Hey everyone, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and I'm coming to you with a Beebeecraft tutorial on some really pretty earrings using the new components that I just got. If you remember, or for those of you that didn't see the unboxing, this came from Beebeecraft in a variety of shapes and sizes, and I will have the links on my description and also my Facebook and Instagram. And just so you know, these links are an affiliated link, meaning I do get a small commission if you click on that link and buy this product. But these are wonderful. I thought they'd be very, very versatile. So today we're going to make a really pretty earring. And this is something you can keep simple like I have here, or you can really go crazy. So we're going to do a little bit of wire wrapping. I'm going to use some chain, some of these beautiful, beautiful crystals, and of course the really pretty brush component from Beebeecraft. We're going to use this kind of diamond shape. I don't know if it's really a diamond shape, but the one with the pointy ends in this brush gold I think is so pretty. Got some seed beads that matches my really pretty rondelles. I believe these are Toho Dark Topaz AB in size 11. Miyuki seed beads. And some little square spacer beads. And chain of your choice. This is about 2 inches, which makes this dangle. And I used a oval jump ring because I felt like it would hang better from the point. Just make sure whatever oval jump ring you use has the gauge. I think this is probably a 21 gauge, that it fits through your chain because you're going to be attaching them that way. And that's really, oh, and then you need some 24 gauge craft wire to do your wire wrapping, an ear wire, and some head pins. So the first thing we're going to do, let me move this guy. Put him to the front so we can see what we're aiming for here. We're going to do our wire wrapped little dangle here, and really all that is your head pin. This is a 3-inch 21 gauge head pin. Put your little square bead, your beautiful rondelle. By the way, are you noticing how sparkly this is? Let me hold this up. I want to announce some new lighting that I have, thanks to my dad and his friend Randy. They bought me some beautiful lighting for Christmas, and so I cannot wait to use it on a finished jewelry update because these lights make everything sparkle. I'm just so excited. So hopefully you'll enjoy this with some new lighting. Anyway, we're going to make this little head pin, and we're going to do a wire wrap. And I used the whole head pin. I did a messy wrap on this, and that's what we're going to do with our head pin here. Oh, I was amiss in not also thanking my lovely step goddess Norma Jean, because I know she had a hand in this wonderful lighting too. Also, she loves to make jewelry. So there you go. So now we're going to attach our drop to our chain, just like that. And we're going to, now we can wrap it. So literally, I just, like I said, I did a messy wrap. I don't even think I used other pliers. That's the beauty of the messy wrap. If you have, which these head pins are pretty pliable, you can use mostly just your fingers. And I will tuck this little piece down. Careful not to scratch your crystals when you're doing that. You're also going to see some new props when I do my finished jewelry update. Also, for Christmas, from my mother, I got a beautiful new bust to hang jewelry from. And it makes everything look really good too. So I'm very excited to have some new things to show off and teach you jewelry. And I hope it makes my videos more high quality. So let me know in the comments. All right, so later we're going to attach this to this, but we don't want this in the way. So we're just going to put this to the side right now. And we're going to talk about what we're going to do on the inside of this. So as you can see, I have made some loops, and then I attached a seed bead, a square spacer, a seed bead, our pretty crystal, on and so forth. And then I attached to the other side, and it is at an angle. I thought that was kind of cool looking. You don't have to do that. You could make yours straight. You could make yours go in the opposite direction. And you can also add more layers if you want. That's totally up to you. Same thing with the dangle. If you want to add more dangles, add more dangles. If you want to add more beads, add more beads. This is just the basic design, but you can take off in many directions with it. So I just want to give you a jumping off point that, if you want to make this exact thing, great. But if you want to change it up, change it up. So this is where our craft wire is going to come in. We need our 24 gauge craft wire, and I initially took 12 inches. And as always, take more than you think you're going to need. And this is so thin, you don't really have to do much to straighten it. I just run my fingers through it a little bit. And then I took my component. Oh, another helpful thing before we start wire wrapping is get your little pieces out that you're going to be stringing on to your wire. So we're going to need a seed bead. Let me scooch in a little. You're going to need a seed bead. You're going to need a square, another seed bead, your pretty crystal, seed bead, square bead, seed bead. So that's what's going to be wire wrapped. And that's really it. So this is not a round shape, okay? It's flat. See that? So it is going to take a bit to anchor. And so what I like to do is I like to take a long enough tail that I can start wrapping. And like I said, I like that at an angle, and I think with these earrings I'll do the opposite angle so that each earring kind of mirrors each other but isn't exact. You do it any way you want. And I'm literally going to come through this piece with my wire. Okay. And then we're going to come through again. And the thing I would just be cautious of here is try not to get too many kinks in your wire, which the thinner wires will kink up on you pretty fast. So just take your time. And I think I did about 5 wraps initially with the shorter wire. So that's all we're going to do here. Okay. Then you can kind of slide this down. It's not super tight yet. We're going to tighten that up later. So if you want these pushed down, you can push it down a little. Wire work, by the way, is not friendly for any kind of manicure. So just know that going into this. So see how this is up higher? So I think I'm okay with this being up higher here. And then I come in usually with my flat nose, and see how these kind of have some little spaces? You can kind of squish them. That is a technical term, to make them a little neater. But this is going to be a little bit messy. This is not a perfect wrap, and I'll show you why in a minute. But now we're going to string on our beads. Let me scooch out just a tiny bit. Okay. So now we're just going to take our beads and we're going to take a number 11 seed bead, our square, number 11 seed bead, our pretty crystal, number 11 seed bead. Come here, mister. They like to fly around, you know, those seed beads. And another seed bead. We're going to move our tail out of the way. We'll work on that later. And we're going to make our next set of loops. And I'm going to actually wrap in this direction. As you can see, I wrapped in different directions on the original piece. It's up to you how you want to do that, but that's just how I'm going to do it. And now you have this longer piece, so it does take a little zhuzhing, as they say. You just want to make sure all your little beads, oops, come back here. You want to make sure all your little beads are showing. That's kind of the main thing. And then I'll bring this wrap around here. And I will start wire wrapping this side. Kind of hold it with my thumb until I get the first few wraps where I want them. Okay. So once you have these kind of where you want them, you're going to start wrapping. And just make sure your beads are showing. And they may spin around. That's fine. I don't get too upset about it. But you're going to just start to wrap. And like I said before, kind of push your wire through so you don't worry about the kinks. As you can see, I did that. And like I said, we're going to tighten this up here a little bit. So no worries. And just run that through maybe 4 or 5 times. Just make sure all your beads are where you want them. Yeah. I think I'll go around one or two more times just to make sure. And it's going to want to twist on you, so like I said, just take your time. And you can be messy or neat, doesn't matter. Just be consistent with whichever way you're going to do it. All right. So now we have our component. And we're going to mess around with it a little just so we can get it where we want it. And once you decide it's where you want it, you're gonna come in with your flat nose and you're gonna kind of pinch these so they're flatter up against the shape. Because remember, this is not a round shape, so it's gonna need a little, and this will kind of wire harden. If you've ever heard that term, it's going to wire harden your wire. And then it's not going to move as much. So now we're going to trim. And I trim on the back. You don't want any little pieces poking anyone. And then you can come back and fine tune where you need to. Okay. All right. Now we're going to attach our dangle. So just to do that, that's pretty simple after all that wire wrapping. And like I said, you can add more things. You could wire wrap on the edge here. That'd be pretty. You could add another little row of maybe some seed beads. I love these components because I thought they were so versatile. You've got a hole here so you could hang something. and not do a wrap at all and then hang something here. We'll have to explore these some more, of course, but I'm trying to show you things you can do and then move in your own direction, as they say. So now we got this open. We're going to add our... Hey folks, I had to pause the filming of this as there was a slight kerfuffle in the household. And I'll just leave it to your imagination what the kerfuffle was all about. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, we're now going to attach this with our oval jump ring, and you just want to make sure that your oval jump ring is going to fit through your chain. And you could use a round one if it's big enough, but I thought it would hang nicer because of this kind of pointy spot, that it would hang better. So all I'm doing right now is putting this chain on with the dangle. Like that. I love the sparkle of these beads. Okay, so now we're just going to add our, I'm using a French ear wire. Sometimes I forget which way to orient it, so bear with me. Oh, I did it right. So you're going to add your French ear wire, and then you just twist this and walk it back so it shuts. All right, there is your finished earring. So let's put the pair together. Remove some of this stuff out of the way. I really love the brushed metal look of these components, and I love the sparkle. And like I said, you know, you can add more wire wraps if you want. I was thinking about doing some going this way. That would be cool. You can add more dangles, make them shorter. I happen to like really long earrings. In fact, I may wear these Christmas Eve because they are very festive. So thanks for joining me. I do have exciting news. My family is so excited. Since I started this journey in June, everybody's been really wonderful, and I love all your comments, and I appreciate everything that you say, and I really take it to heart, and do want to make this channel good and grow. So any constructive criticism or suggestions or things that you would like to see, please let me know. And I just reached, I have, I think, 525 subscribers now, and the last time I did a video, I think I was at maybe in the 480s or 490s. So those of you who've been subscribing, thank you so much. I love having you. I hope that I can be a source of inspiration and you can learn some things. I do love to make jewelry, and it's just a passion of mine. I love art and anything creative, and would love to share that with everybody. And those of you who've been my subscribers since the very beginning, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I'm looking really forward to growing the channel, and just stay tuned for some more jewelry tutorials and unboxings, and of course finished jewelry updates, which I will have a lot coming up here in the next week or so. But if I don't, I should have some more videos coming out. I may take a few days off, of course, over the holidays, but then I will be right back at it. And you and yours have a blessed, wonderful holiday. If I don't do any videos, or if you don't watch any of mine, I want you to have a safe holiday, a happy one with your family and your loved ones and your friends. Be safe as always. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.